All right, we are back. We are watching Hardest Foam, the BC #1 team taking on Hyper, the BC #5 team. I'm Kendall Stelmack, and I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend himself,
Shota Barbeau.
Thank you for joining us all the way from down south.
Of course. I'm happy to be here. It's a great competition.
Absolutely. This is going to be a fun match to watch as well. Hardest Foam has just been absolutely killing it all day, and this is going to be a fun one to watch. Sorry.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Hyper is actually undefeated on the day, and then we actually have Hardest Foam, and they just tied with Melee a couple rounds ago.
I haven't seen Hardest Foam in a couple hours, so I know things could have changed for them. They absolutely dominated in their game against the rematch there for the provincial championship, so that was when they took on Nocturnals. That was a fun one. But now we get to watch another one. Yay! Ooh, going for it. Looks like it did hit ground. It is not a hit, and Hyper is confirming that. They are chill with it.
Yeah, two pretty honest teams right here.
A lot of good camaraderie as well.
For sure. Kind of a rivalry, I'd say.
Nice block down, him up getting out of the way. A couple shots exchanged, sliding down low. Another shot down to just one for the Hyper team. Hardest Foam, 3 players on the court with ball control right now. Shot clock counting down on them. Nice and low, holding both of those balls up, getting up and out of the way, or low and out of the way, I should say. Cross-court shot almost from the activation line there. And that was a tap on the shoulder.
So a little insight on these two teams. I've played for both of them, actually. Coming up here to play in BC and stuff. Hardest Foam, they got the arms. I would say Hyper's a lot more, active and a lot quicker than the Hardest Foam team. So I think if they can hone into that, they'll probably be able to take this match.
Nice. All right, so there is the whistle again. That first point on the board there went to Hardest Foam. Decker going up and over after that counter shot after they eliminate number 27, Leaf, from the Hyper side. So it was a 1-1 exchange off of that opening rush. And it looks like another shot being sent right through the center. Hardest Foam still managing to keep their players on the line. Going down for a block, that was number 69, Ebert, getting eliminated for the Hyper side. Big block up. Unfortunately, that does connect. And another Ebert gets taken out.
The brothers.
Oh my God, they're 96 and 69.
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Funny guys over there in Victoria.
Oh yeah, no, that won't mess with the commentators at all. All right, Hardest Foam coming up to the line now. They do have that burden to throw. Shot clock was counting down, sending that one through the middle. No connections made. All 3 players on the Hyper side managing to stay in.
Dang, mad respect to you guys. I literally don't know what to say on here.
I mean, as long as you don't swear, just be funny. Tell us what you see. Give us your insights. Be like, oh, that person's going to do this, and, well, that's not going to work out for him. Just anything like that. I mean, you could probably swear, but Mitch he'll give you a dirty look.
1 per 10 minutes. Okay, that's a good rule. I like that. So I
would fail so fast. All right, so we see Hyper coming up to the line now. 4 balls in hand, shot clock counting down, going after that wing player on the Hardest Foam side. Hardest Foam coming up now, ready to take that shot, wearing their classic white jerseys that everyone knows them for. Earlier, they debuted some fancy new red ones. Hopefully we'll see those again in the tournament, but considering how hard they played today, they're probably very sweaty.
I'd have to say, I think Hardest Foam probably has some of the best jerseys in Canada, but I'm a little biased, just a little bit. So.
How many Hardest Foam jerseys do you own?
Oh, unfortunately I only have 1, but
Fair.
I'm sure I'm going to start getting more. I think I have I have Estabrook's probably the most right now.
Okay.
A couple saying elite.
So we'll have to get you on one of his games later today.
I'm going to join the next one, actually.
Oh,
I think they're
nice.
playing next against the Mavs.
All
That'll
right.
be a very good game.
All right, so we have Hardest Foam now. They still have their 4 players on the court now coming up, taking that shot. It's only the 2 players for Hyper. We're still in the same set after that first one. This has been going on for a while now. Again, like you said, with these teams being evenly matched, they're exchanging, they're blocking, they're dodging. There's not a lot of eliminations being made. It's a very careful game, but I think it's also because they know each other.
Yeah, for sure. They play each other all the time.
Hardest Foam, I think they're out of Surrey.
I believe they're like Vancouver, Surrey area, so yeah.
Yeah, and then Hyper, obviously, like you said, is from the island.
Victoria. Great people.
Great island.
Great island. Haven't been yet. I need to visit for sure.
Oh, you should check. It's lovely scenery. All right, we have 4 balls in hand now for the side of Hyper, ready to take that shot as Hardest Foam. Again, Hardest Foam getting down nice and low, managing to avoid that one. That was Valance on the wing there. Pop up, and finally that is Clark being eliminated, captain of the Hyper team. So it is a 4v1 situation right now.
Good pumps from Hardest Foam.
Nice whip there from Hyper. Getting down, blocking out of the way. Hardest Foam wanting that one. It looks like tap in the shoulder. He manages to avoid that one. It is
Don't know how worth that. How worth that. God, I can't talk.
It's just Ian K left for the Hyper side right now. Taking a couple shots. It looks like 4 balls now, so the burden to throw is going to be on Hyper. We see the ref counting it down. He does need to make that shot within the next 5 seconds. Whips it over onto the wing. Straight through shot. Drops his ball. That's Ian Kopp managing to stay in for the Hyper side. Changing up his position now. Going over to the left-hand wing. Trying to take out the Hardest Foam players. Staying very versatile on the court. Being pushed into the corner. That 3rd ball, though, finally connecting. That's going to be another point there for Hardest Foam.
Had to hit him with the double tap. Make sure.
I mean, it took forever to get him out. Like, a double tap was the only way they were going to manage it.
I'd probably say Kopp is probably the hardest person to hit on Hyper for sure. He's got great movement.
Well, I mean, he definitely just proved that point for sure.
For sure. Woo!
We see the line ref like, oh, hey, Shota, what's up? And then you booed at him.
Oh, I said woo, woo.
Oh, I thought you said
not
boo.
Boo, not boo.
I was saying booer. All right, back to the game now. It looks like that rush just took place. We still have 5 players left for Hardest Foam. Another one just being eliminated. And that was Steb. So he's down to 4 players. 3 players on the Hyper side. That was a very fast opening rush. Oh, wow. Wasn't even expecting that one. I believe it is a catch, but it also is a hit. So we do see an exchange. Decker comes back on because he was on earlier. Does get eliminated very fast. Does have that big target on him. Oh, looks like Ebert was going for the catch there. Unfortunately, doesn't quite connect. Decker manages to eliminate him. So we just have Smart left now for Hyper.
No balls left on the Hyper side.
He's going for them catches, but he did not make them.
Didn't work out too well.
Yeah. Well, you know what? A for effort.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, last person versus 4 Hardest Foam guys. I'd probably throw all my balls too.
You know, at least you put the effort in versus just like, nah.
Just giving up.
We're done here. Next.
We'll see. Hardest Foam has been winning these opening rushes, so.
Ooh, and that's an elimination from the Hyper side now. They took out a player from Hardest Foam. That changes up the opening rush, so Hyper keeps their full lineup.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know how Smart not giving Zion a ball here. He's probably one of their best players on Hyper. But we'll see if it works out for him.
You know, I think they just, you know, they only had the 2 in hand at the moment, so they just kind of want to, you know, keep them on the side of the wings, let them do their job. You know, Leaf will definitely take over eventually if someone does get eliminated, but, you know, you also want to save your arm as well.
That's true. It's a long tournament.
We're only on day 1, and we still have about,
a few hours left.
Few, yeah.
Just a few.
Last game starts at 8:50 Mountain Time. Because we're surrounded by the beautiful mountains here in Richmond, BC at the Olympic Oval.
Yeah, this place is amazing. Walked in, this is one of the best venues I've ever seen for dodgeball, for sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they hosted the Worlds here.
Ooh. I mean, it was built for the Olympics, so they might as well get their tax money's worth, right?
That is true. One day we'll be an Olympic sport, one day.
Fingers crossed. Oh, so it looks like
no blocking now?
I'm not sure if we are in no blocking or if there was a timeout called. It looks like they're just taking a minute to discuss this. I think something might have happened. They were just double checking on a catch. So we're resetting at the line. If the whistle blows, if someone blocks, we'll find out if it's no blocking. It is no blocking.
Thank you, Mitch. Barely missed Jesus over there in the left corner.
Now we see Leaf with that ball.
Good hit. Yeah, I would definitely say Leaf is their biggest threat when it comes to no blocking. But those hardest foam guys are so good at no blocking. Every single one of them can catch.
Ooh, looks like it tapped the ball that was right in front of him, managing to save him, so the hardest foam player stays in. Leaf gets a counter shot from cross court there, so that's going to take it down now to just the 4 players for Hyper. They still have 4 for hardest foam going right through the middle. Some fancy footwork there from Hyper. They're going to give Hines that wing position now.
Oh, took 2 out.
They were not expecting those ones. So 4 balls in hand now. Burden to throw is going to be on hardest foam in this no blocking. They're trying to whittle them down.
If they're smart here, I'd probably put 2 on balance. Oh, let's go.
Ooh, right through the arm.
Going into the second half is 3-1.
Yeah, Hyper gets their first point of the game, so we're going to see the team switch sides, and then we're going to go into that second 11-minute half. So I see that you just flew in today, so you're stretching because you were on the plane for a while?
Oh, I didn't fly. I took a couple-hour drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I live in Seattle, so it was like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, hop, skip, and a jump then.
Yeah, not too bad. Xander came here from LA, so I picked him up from the airport.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
We came straight here.
At least the airport's fairly close, too.
Oh, yeah.
Richmond,
10 minutes.
where everything
That's
is.
Crazy. I wish. I don't think, well, I'm sure a couple USA tournaments there's been an airport close by, but for the most part, I feel like the USA is pretty spread out when it comes to everything. Venues and airports.
Yeah, I would. I honestly haven't been to a lot of U.S. tournaments, but I am from Manitoba, so it is just flat AF there.
Yeah.
20 minutes to get anywhere in the city.
I've been to Manitoba. It is very.
I'm so sorry about that, by the way.
No, it's all good. Great tournament over there. The Go tournament, right?
Looks like there is an
she can't
issue
stop.
with the whistle. They're just ready to smash it. So, there's just chaos on the court right now. So we're just going to put it down. Hope it's not possessed. We're going to go to the classic type of whistle.
Going old school.
Oh, you got to hate that when the electronic whistle gets possessed. It's
Technical difficulties.
I thought it was still going off for a second there. All right, there's that classic whistle sound as we go back into that rush. Hardest foam now on the near end of the court.
Attaboy, Xander.
Nice dodge there from the Hyper side. scramble for the ball for the Hyper team. They want to make sure it doesn't run over to the wrong end.
Oh, catch by Ko.
Absolutely no sweat on that one, too. Just straight into the breadbasket.
Got Zion slid into the corner over here.
Got to keep those the really good players like that in the corner. Stay quiet, unsuspecting. Nice and low from Valence there, managing to dodge that shot from the Hyper side. Decker right next to Valence, sending it over. Big block up, goes back onto the Hardest Foam side, and then Leaf catches out Decker, and he's just like, all right.
He was not afraid.
And we know Mama Decker's in the crowd right now. Shout out to her.
Where's she at?
Right there.
I've yet to meet the GOAT. Oh, up there, up there.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
And Valence with another big block. Ooh, but a line call as he blocked that one, so that's going to be an elimination from him. We're down now to 4 players on the Hardest Foam side, taking on 5 from the Hyper side. Hyper definitely has the player advantage right now. Ooh, and another elimination.
Oh!
And a big catch from Hyper.
Save Zion.
Vinish just like, all right.
Yeah, some of those plays in dodgeball, you just get unlucky.
Nice air and a big block from Wong, one of the captains of the Hardest Foam team. It's just him left on there now, taking out that wing on Hyper. Cross-court shot from on Eber there. So it's just now the 3 players left for Hyper, making that play call. All right, so 4 balls in hand now. Burden is going to be on the side of Hardest Foam, coming up to the line, ready to take their shot, sending just one over to the wing, and that is a hit. Great honesty calling himself out. I would not have seen it from this angle.
I didn't even notice somebody got out.
Yeah, it's down to a 2v2 now. And Hardest Foam is sending it. They are playing hard. Nice shot there from Ko.
Catch. Shuffle pass catch. Didn't work out for Sam there.
So it's a 3v1 right now. It's amazing how fast things can change. This might be another point now on the board for Hyper. You can see them Leaf saying reset, reset, grab your balls. They've got 5, so they do have the shot clock and the player advantage. Ooh, was not expecting that one. Getting close out of the way, nice and low on his knees. Unfortunately, that 3rd one does connect with him in the shoulder, taking out Wong. That's going to be a 2nd point now on the board for Hyper.
So I think the biggest difference with like Canadian dodgeball and the USA dodgeball, you can really see the chemistry in Canadian dodgeball. It's insane. For most of the USA teams, we're pretty spread out. Not a lot of them lived close to each other, so it's amazing to see like some teams don't even talk, and they just know exactly what they're doing. You know?
Oh yeah.
They know what play's coming.
Especially when you've been playing together for so long as a unit as well. Like, I know Hardest Foam has definitely been one of those teams that have been an institution on the BC dodgeball team.
Sure, a lot of veteran presence.
A lot of representation on the world
shot.
stage from BC players too. And who knows, this might be the year we finally have an upset against Ontario.
No, that is very true. I heard they're like reigning champs.
Yes.
For both women's and men's.
I believe so, yes. It came very close last year, I believe.
Unfortunately, I'm rooting for San. I gotta root for my friends, my people.
That's fair. I mean, you know, everyone, you're totally allowed to have whichever you prefer, and you want to root for them. We'll see what happens though.
But for this sake, I won't be biased.
All right. Honestly, everyone's got a favorite.
That is true. At least I'm not betting, right? I don't have any money on the line.
There you go. All right, so we see hardest foam. They still have 5 players on the court now, up against the 5 players on the Hyper side, ready to take those shots in there, going just over the shoulder of Leaf, managing to stay in. Huge rush to counter that. Unfortunately, they decide to reset at the moment because the ball goes back over onto the hardest foam side.
Good throw from Zion.
2 being sent over, and that takes out the Lance. Again, that type of player where you just have to send 2.
Oh, for sure. He's a big threat on the court.
Ooh, they did have 1 ball on the court now. It did roll over to the Hyper side, so they still have that player advantage, and they do have the ball advantage now. And they did manage to get up to the line in order to retrieve it. Sending 1 over, hardest foam with 4 players. Burden to throw now on them. Just on the tip of the fingers on Leaf there.
A little bit of a reach.
Little bit greedy fingers. But you know what? They're a great catcher otherwise, so like I'm not gonna judge them for that. We still have the 4 players from the hardest foam side. Hyper coming up to take the shot, goes for Decker. Decker gets nice and low. Decker coming in for the counter, right in the knees. Doesn't manage to connect that one. Another counter, a drop shot right in the ankles. That's going to take him out. Oh, and then a block right into the fingers. They just decimated the Hyper team. And another shot just now. Hardest foam just closed that one out in a short amount of time.
4 throws, 4 hits.
So we have a little bit of time left on the clock. I do believe it did stop because of that possessed whistle.
Scores 4-2.
So right now, hardest foam is leading with that 2-point advantage. Ooh, looks like Burke lost his footing a little bit off of the rush.
Lost the shoe.
Oh, no.
Oh, and he got out? Dang.
Oh, well, at least he's got time to put his shoe back on now. I mean, we would have stopped the game for him regardless.
Oh,
but
for sure. No, I would have liked him stay in and have his shoe fall off. Make a crazy play without a shoe.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past some players later on in the day. Ooh. And that looks like...
Good step got out.
Yeah. As we see the play call being made now by Wong, the captain of hardest foam, going straight through in the center, in between Leaf and one of the Bears.
One of them.
The
one that doesn't look like Jesus.
And Hyper with 3 balls in hand now. They still have 5 players on the court. Hardest foam, 5 players as well. Pretty evenly matched, going after Hebert, managing to take him out off of that block there. Decker with ball in hand, playing that wing position now, sending a couple over to Wong. And we still have Solberg in the middle. Right through the center. Again, sending that another one over. Going straight into the net. A lot of hard fast throws, not even a lot of curve on them, just straight whips.
Direct missiles. I'd say Hyper probably needs to focus in front of them a little bit more. They've been throwing a lot of cross courts. Me personally, cross courts are very hard to hit. There's a lot of things you got to calculate.
Nice block by Decker.
There's my favorite player. Kalen. Can't hear me.
I think he's
locked in.
warming up for the next game.
Yeah, next game's going to be a good one. The Mavs versus San, I believe.
That is correct. And you were scheduled for that one, too. You're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to do my best. I think I'm scared to get canceled, if I'm being honest. I feel like I'm going to say something, and then that one cuss word for every 10 minutes, I'm just going to be screwed.
Hashtag shoulda got canceled.
Cancel culture is real. Oh, you got to tie a shoe. Pause the time.
Love that safety feature. Like, it's
crazy.
definitely a linoleum on top of what's probably concrete, so you don't want to hit that too hard and too fast. It's only day 1. We don't need injuries till at least day 2.
Hopefully none at all.
I don't think the insurance kicks in until tomorrow, so we just got to be careful. Let's double check on the roster, though, if they've signed their waiver so they can't sue us.
5, 4, 3, 2.
All right, Hardest Foam taking their shots on the clock there. 3 players left for Hyper. Hardest Foam coming up, ready to take it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Leaf did not see that one
He's
coming.
been pretty on this game. Oh, he's going up lefty pump fake. We all know you're not throwing, Pete.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Nice block there. So Hardest Foam, they still have 5 players on the court right now, just 2 left for Hyper. Hyper with 4 balls in hand, shot clock counting down. Decker manages to block that 1 shot from the Hyper side.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that is going to be the no blocking right now.
Second no blocking.
Poor ref, unfortunately, because the whistle broke. It's just taking all of her strength to blow the regular one. Decker can tell. He's like, okay, we heard you. Breathe, you're good. All right, so we're redistributing the balls, 3 on each side, starting from that back line. This is the end of the second half. Hardest Foam leading by 2 points, 4-2 against Hyper, into no blocking.
Throw from air, bud.
Hardest Foam is probably going to want to finish this one up quick. Hyper is not going to stop with their throws probably. I think, again, they know that they can't block, but they want to play a safe game as well. Hardest Foam is just going to be relentless. Ooh, and that was a hit.
See what Captain Clark can do here.
It's all on him. Yep. Got to get that TSN turning point catch.
Oh, he went for it.
Didn't get it, but he went for it. Got to give him points for that. So that's going to end that one up now. Like we said, we've got the Ontario match coming up right now. Mavericks versus Saiyan Elite. Stay tuned for that one.
Dude, you're a pro. You're literally a pro.
Thank you.
It's going to be a struggle. I think Xander and I are going to try to do this.
All right.
It might be a lot of no talking. I'm going to be on. I'm just kidding. I'll try to do the play-by-play. But
say what you think. You know, imagine like you're refereeing a game.
True.
So just kind of do that play-by-play where you're keeping track of everything.
Yeah,
And I'll be drunk, but I'll still come.